Hi ICF Kids, I'm so glad to have this special time with you again this week. I am really looking forward to this lesson about love and showing compassion to others. You know, the greatest commandment is love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind. And the second is this, to love your neighbor as yourself. One day, Jesus was talking to an expert in the law about this. And the expert said, "But who is my neighbor?" Maybe you're wondering, who is my neighbor? Who am I supposed to love? Well, first of all, your neighbor are the people that live in your house. You're with them every day, and you need to show them love. Your neighbor is also the person that lives right next door, the people that live on your street, the people that you go to school with or go to church with. Really, your neighbor is anyone you come in contact with. It might be at the mall or at a store or at a sporting event. Anyone you see, anyone you meet is your neighbor, and you're supposed to love them. Jesus explained it to the expert in the law with a story. Let's see how he explained it.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. You know, I don't usually look this awful, and you're probably wondering about all of this. Well, it's kind of a strange story of my life the past few days. And what better place to start a story than at the beginning? So here we go. A few weeks ago, I was headed down from Jerusalem to the city of Jericho. Well, I was minding my own business when all of a sudden these two robbers, they jumped me. I didn't stand a chance. I took punch after punch and blow after blow to my face and to my arms and to my gut. And my tunic was in shambles, which I was really upset about because my grandmother made that tunic and it was my favorite tunic color. Ah, ow, ow. So anyway, there I was, robbed and beaten half to death. I was miles from the nearest town. I thought I was gonna die. Just then, I heard someone approaching. Help was on the way, right? But no, help was not on the way. This pompous priest just moseys on down the road, and does he throw me a bone? No, he just walks right on by. Now, you have to remember, my head was bleeding more and more, and I had bones that were, well, broken. So when this temple assistant didn't give me the time of day, I really thought I was done for. This is where it gets really exciting. There I was, laying in the dirt, clinging to life, and there he appeared. A Samaritan man. A Samaritan! Not exactly known for being good people. And Samaritans and Jews like me, well, we just don't get along. Was my life really in the hands of a Samaritan? Well, it turns out he really was a good guy. Well, first he starts cleaning my cuts and bandaging my wounds. I mean, what are the chances he even had that stuff with him? But I wasn't going to question it. Before I knew it, the Samaritan took me to the nearest town. Well, I stayed at an inn so I could recover. There, the innkeeper took care of me for a few days. Well, the Samaritan talked to him and took care of all the costs. I couldn't believe it. The goodness that this Samaritan showed was out of this world. Well, I don't know about you, but I've got to get a move on. I'm trying to finish that trip down to Jericho, and the sun is setting. Alrighty, bye now.
The Good Samaritan showed love to a stranger he wasn't expected to show love to because they were from different places and people groups that didn't like each other very much. But that didn't matter to this man. He had compassion. He was being a neighbor to a stranger and showing love. Maybe you know the VeggieTales songs, Love Your Neighbor, that talks about this very thing. Let's listen to it.
When we look deeper, there's more that we've got. God made us special there, now I can see. If you're special to him, then you're special to me. Love your neighbor. When someone helps you, then you'll understand. When you love your neighbor, loving means lending a hand.
If you see someone who's hurt or in need, maybe it's time to perform a good deed. And when you finish, you'll find that it's true. When you make them feel better, you'll feel better too.
Here, let me help you.
Thank you.
Oh, love your neighbor.
When someone helps you, then you understand.
When you love your neighbor, loving means lending a hand.
The Samaritan showed love by having compassion on someone that was hurt. Compassion is when we really care about someone and we really want to help them. We might give a hug, we might listen, we might send a card, or we might just try to help, or we might say kind words to make them feel better. We don't usually walk past people that are beat up on the side of the road, but when are some times when we need to show compassion to other people? Maybe it's when you see a child that's by themselves. They're feeling lonely and you can be a friend. Maybe it's when you know someone is sick and you can bring them something to drink or something to eat or send them a get well card. Maybe it's when someone falls and gets hurt and you check to see if they're okay and if there's anything you can do to help. Maybe it's when you see someone being made fun of and their feelings are hurt and you can come in and tell them something kind and give them a hug and listen to their problems. Maybe it's just someone that's elderly and they need help. They need you to get up and go do something for them, or they need you to sit and listen to them. Perhaps it's someone that has less than we do. They don't have as much and we can share with them from what we have. Maybe it's someone that has a disability. Perhaps they are confined to a wheelchair or they need help learning to read and you can be that special friend for them. Maybe it's someone that's stressed out and really busy. Maybe it's your mom or your dad and you can say, "What can I do to help?" That's showing compassion. There's lots of ways that you can show compassion even right there in your house or on your street or at your school. You can show compassion and you can be that special friend to them. You need to be on the lookout for people that are hurt or have a need, and you need to look for ways to help them and to be that friend and to show compassion. Put your hands like this, like you're making glasses, and say, "Look out for people in need and for ways to help them." One more time. Look out for people in need and for ways to help them. We're going to do that this week. Okay, to help us remember to look out for people in need and for ways to help them, we're going to draw glasses. You're going to draw some glasses on some paper. So you just need paper, pencils and crayons, colored pencils, or markers for today's craft. You'll just need to draw 2 circles and connect them for the glasses with some earpieces. On the inside, we've written some things, some people that might need us to show them compassion. They're maybe sad or hurt or sick, poor, stressed, elderly, special needs, lonely. You might think of others. I think Katrina put angry or lost, or they don't know what to do, or in danger. People that need us to show compassion. At the bottom, I put ways that we can show them compassion. We can be a friend, give a hug, send a card, listen to how they're feeling, or try to help out. At the top, we wrote, love your neighbor as yourself, and the word compassion to help us to remember to show love by being compassionate. Work on these glasses and hang it up so that you can remember this week people that need your love and need your compassion and ways that you can show that. And that's showing Jesus' love to your neighbor. Have a great week, guys, and have fun making your glasses.